Tshiamo Pearl Sebate, also known as World Peace, is a young upcoming musician whose love for music was triggered at a younger age. Her love for music was first identified by her parents when she would mumble songs from popular musicians. At the age of 8, she joined the school choir and orchestra, where she mastered the art of how to play various musical instruments such as the recorder, the piano and the violin. Now this year she released a debut album titled The Extraction, and she joins me now in studio to tell us more about her project. Good morning, Pearl, and a warm welcome.
Morning. Thank you for having me.
I mean, your love for music started at a much younger age. What would you say has been, or who has been your biggest musical influence?
Oh, my biggest influence. I'm a typical 90s baby. I listened to Destiny's Child. I started singing Whitney Houston songs at the age of 3.
Really?
Yeah, so people like, prestigious people like Mariah Carey, who are still alive now, Whitney, God rest her soul, Destiny's Child, and a few South African locals. I'd say Abo Huma Sikela, Ibon Chakala, Chaka Chaka. Yeah, because my parents used to like play all that all the time around us. So that's what was music to me growing up, yeah. I
mean, singing songs of your musical icons, as you mentioned, some of them, is one thing. But then knowing that you have it in you, you've got this musical, or the musical bug has bit you. I mean, when did you come to the realization to realize that, okay, music is my calling?
You know, I think it's been an ongoing journey since birth, since childhood, because I studied music as well. So it's always been inside me. I've always been exploring it and I guess grooming it in a way subconsciously. And I started really taking it seriously in 2015. That's when I decided, you know what, I think, you know, as a young adult, when you go to varsity, you start to realize what you really want to do with your life. You know, so that's what happened. I was studying engineering, and then along the way, I just decided, you know what, I don't want to spend the rest of my life as an engineer. I really want to sing. And
so you started both music and engineering?
No, I studied engineering. I studied music from primary school until high school.
Okay, at school,
yes, yes.
All right. So how do you, being an engineer, how do you balance those two? Music and engineering. I know.
It's
but
really
how do you manage to find the time to, you know, to balance both?
Well, you just work hard. Like it just comes naturally, you know? I sleep when I'm tired. I work when I'm inspired. So it just comes, it works. I go to work when I'm supposed to go to work. I do what I'm supposed to do when I'm supposed to do it. And I make time for everything that I love. So that's how I think I've been balancing this whole thing.
Well, I suppose your album, The Extraction, is an encapsulation of your lifelong dream of being a recording artist.
Yeah, first ever album. It's something that I never imagined myself dropping this soon, number one. 2, it being this good, number 2, and just I'm proud of it. You know, it's something that tells my story and how I relate to others. Yeah, different relationships, be it friendship, family, love. You know what I mean? So it tells a story about my experiences as a young lady in the world.
I mean, so you're just giving us an idea of what kind of music that you play. But then, in terms of the genre, what genre would you classify your music under?
R&B, soul, hip-hop. I sing and I rap.
You sing
but
and you
in this
rap?
album, yes. In this album, it's mostly vocals. So it's mostly very emotional, in touch with your feelings. So it's very vocal and soulful, yes. Okay,
speaking of being emotional and in touch with your feelings, which one of those songs that you have speaks to your soul? Which one is much more closer to your heart?
Oh, I'd say Lately, my latest single. It's basically an expression of a real event and a real feeling. It's based on a true story. It's about a woman who's basically fed up in a relationship and wants to tell the guy that, you know, he's basically about to lose something that could be the best thing that's ever happened to him. Yeah.
So are you looking into focusing your energies full-time into music, maybe collaborating with other artists, or maybe shooting a music video, as it were?
Of course. That's the plan. I have worked with a few artists, and I'm still, like, I'm praying for this so much. I'd like to work with people like Big Zulu. He's one of the biggest artists right now, and I love his work. He's very original, he's unique, and he brings that different vibe to hip-hop. You know what I mean? It's very tribal, cultural, but also it's hip-hop culture. You know what I mean? So I'd like to work with people like that, see what we can come up with.
So have you shared any stage with any artists?
Him, Big Zulu.
Oh, okay.
I actually have. We hosted an event in Leidenburg, where I work, a few months back. And he came through and blessed the stage, and it was amazing. It was great.
I can imagine.
Very
I can
inspiring,
imagine.
yeah.
So what can we expect from you from next year moving forward?
Singles. I've got 2 singles coming up, and a music video, and an album, The Extraction. I just completed my album just like a few weeks back.
Okay.
So it's ready to drop. It's ready for
When is it
this
dropping?
content. I will mention the date very soon.
Okay.
I haven't decided on a date yet. Still
But then
have to
for now,
discuss.
how do you access your music?
On my online platforms.
Okay.
I have social media pages. I go by the name of WorldpeaceSA on Twitter, Instagram. Facebook is just a World Peace
Okay.
on the page, yeah.
Great stuff.
So,
All
yeah.
the best, World Peace.
Thank you so much.
All right, that was World Peace talking to us about an album titled Extraction, which will be out in just a couple of days.